My family looked perfect from the outside, smiling photos, loud laughter, Sunday dinners that felt warm and safe. For years, I believed we were unbreakable, but I learned the hard way that perfection often hides the deepest cracks. Here's the truth. One secret didn't just hurt us. It destroyed everything we were. I grew up sensing something was wrong. Conversations stopped when I entered the room. Arguments happened in whispers. And whenever I asked about my childhood, the answers never quite lined up. I ignored it, telling myself every family had quirks. Until one night changed everything. It started with a harmless question. I was sorting through old documents when I noticed my birth certificate didn't match our family records. Different hospital, different date filed. When I asked about it, the room went silent. My mother's hands began to shake. My father wouldn't look at me. My aunt broke down crying. That was the moment the secret came out. The woman I had called my mother my entire life wasn't my biological mother. She was my aunt. Years ago, my real mother had me in secret and gave me away within the family. No legal process, no explanation. Just an agreement to never speak of it again. They said it was done out of love. They said it was meant to protect me. But lies don't protect anyone. They rot slowly, quietly, until there's nothing left to hold together. That night, decades of buried resentment exploded. Accusations flew across the room. Old sacrifices were thrown back like weapons. Family members took sides, and suddenly, the people I trusted most felt like strangers. After that, everything fell apart. Holidays stopped. Calls went unanswered. The house that once felt like home felt staged, like a set built on secrets. I wasn't just questioning who my parents were, I was questioning who I was. The secret didn't only steal my identity, it shattered our family beyond repair. I've learned something painful since then. It's not always the truth that ruins families. It's the years spent lying, pretending, and refusing to face it. If this story hit close to home, you're not alone. Follow Everyday Secret Stories for more real-life secrets, hidden truths, and emotional stories that stay with you long after the ending, because some secrets live closer than we think. I thought discovering the truth was the worst part. I was wrong. The days after the secret came out were quieter than I expected. No shouting, no confrontations, just silence. The kind that creeps into your chest and stays there. Family group chats went dead, calls stopped coming, and every night I lay awake replaying that moment over and over. I couldn't stop thinking about my real mother, the woman who gave birth to me and then gave me away. For weeks, no one mentioned her. It was like she didn't exist. Until one afternoon, my Aunt No, my biological mother, asked if we could talk alone. She looked older than I remembered, smaller. Her voice shook as she finally told me the rest of the story. She hadn't planned to give me up. She was young, scared, and under pressure from the family. They told her it would be temporary. They promised she'd still be part of my life. But once the lie was in place, there was no going back. Every birthday she attended, every milestone she watched from a distance. Every time I called someone else Mom, she carried that pain in silence for years. Hearing that didn't fix anything, but it cracked something open inside me. For the first time, I saw that the secret had hurt more than just me. Still, forgiveness wasn't easy. My parents, my adoptive parents, felt betrayed by the truth coming out. They believed the lie was holding the family together. And now that it was exposed, they blamed me for the fallout. That hurt the most. I didn't ask for the secret. I didn't create the lie. But I was paying the price. Weeks turned into months. Some family members drifted away for good. Others tried to pretend nothing had changed, but I couldn't go back to who I was before. Eventually, I made a choice. I couldn't fix my family, but I could choose honesty going forward. I began rebuilding my identity, piece by piece, learning where I came from and deciding who I wanted to become. The secret broke us, but it also set me free. If this story made you reflect on your own family or hidden truths, follow Everyday Secret Stories for Part 3 and more real-life secrets that reveal how truth can break you or rebuild you. Because some stories don't end when the secret comes out. I thought choosing honesty would bring peace. Instead, it opened wounds I didn't know existed. After the truth came out, my family split into quiet camps. Some believed the lie should have stayed buried. Others felt relieved it was finally exposed. Every conversation felt tense, like one wrong word could start another war. Then something unexpected happened. A letter arrived. It was from my grandmother, the woman everyone treated as the family pillar. She had always claimed she knew nothing about the secret, but the letter said otherwise. She had known from the beginning. She wrote about the night I was born, how fear of shame and judgment pushed them to hide the truth, how she convinced herself that silence was protection, and how, for years, she watched the family fracture slowly, pretending everything was fine. That letter changed everything, because it made one thing clear. The secret wasn't a single decision, it was a pattern. A family habit of hiding pain instead of facing it. I confronted her. She cried, not dramatically, just quietly. She admitted she thought she was doing what was best, but good intentions didn't erase the damage. That confrontation caused another wave of fallout. Relatives who defended her stopped speaking to me. Others thanked me for saying what they never could. For the first time, I stopped trying to fix everyone. I realized something painful but freeing. Not every relationship is meant to survive the truth. I began setting boundaries. I stopped explaining myself. I stopped carrying guilt that wasn't mine. And slowly, I started feeling like a real person, not a secret someone else managed. But just when I thought the worst was over, my biological mother asked me a question that changed everything again. Would you ever want to know who your father is? I didn't answer, because some truths don't feel like answers. They feel like another earthquake waiting to happen. Follow Everyday Secret Stories to uncover the final chapter in Part 4, where the last secret comes out and nothing stays hidden. I spent weeks thinking about my biological father. Not knowing his name felt safer than opening another door. But silence had already taken enough from me, so I said yes. And once again, the truth didn't arrive gently. He didn't know I existed. When my biological mother told him, his reaction wasn't anger. It was shock, then grief, then guilt. He asked to meet me. I almost said no, but we met anyway. He looked at me like he was trying to recognize himself in my face. He apologized for years he didn't know he missed. And for the first time in this entire story, no one was lying. That moment didn't fix my family, but it healed something in me. I finally understood that the chaos I grew up in wasn't my fault. I wasn't the mistake. The silence was. Some relationships stayed broken. Others faded naturally. But new ones formed honest ones built without secrets. The family I lost will always hurt, but the truth gave me something better than comfort. It gave me clarity, and clarity gave me peace. If you've ever uncovered a family secret that changed how you see yourself, follow Everyday Secret Stories for more powerful real-life stories about truth, identity, and healing. Because secrets may shape us, but they don't get to define us.